Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gareleaf, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of cancer vaccines. So, buckle up, get ready to have your mind blown, and let's dive right in. Imagine a world where cancer is no longer a death sentence, where we can train our bodies to fight off this deadly disease before it even starts. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it might be closer to reality than you think, thanks to the groundbreaking research on cancer vaccines. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of how these vaccines work, let's take a step back and understand what we're up against. Cancer, the big bad wolf of the disease world. It's like a classroom full of troublemakers, cells going rogue and multiplying out of control. According to the World Health Organization, cancer is responsible for nearly 10 million deaths worldwide in 2020. That's a staggering number. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, doesn't our immune system already fight off diseases? Well, here's the kicker. Cancer cells are sneaky little things. They figured out ways to evade our immune defenses, disguising themselves as normal cells and flying under the radar. It's like they've got an invisibility cloak. Traditional cancer treatments like surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation have been our go-to weapons for decades. But let's be real, they're kind of like playing a game of whack-a-mole. You knock out one tumor, and another pops up somewhere else. Plus, these treatments can be incredibly harsh on the body, leaving patients feeling like they've been hit by a truck. But what if we could train our immune system to seek out and destroy cancer cells with laser-like precision? Enter cancer vaccines. These vaccines are like wanted posters for your immune cells, giving them a clear picture of the enemy and the tools to take them down. There are two main types of cancer vaccines: preventive and therapeutic. Preventive vaccines, like the HPV vaccine, are designed to stop cancer before it even starts by targeting viruses that can lead to cancer. In fact, the HPV vaccine has been a real game changer. According to The Lancet, in countries with high HPV vaccination rates, there's been a whopping 90% reduction in cervical precancers. On the other hand, therapeutic vaccines are like personal trainers for your immune system. They're designed to treat existing cancers by revving up your body's natural defenses. These vaccines are often tailor-made for each patient, using their own unique cancer cells as the blueprint. It's like giving your immune cells a most wanted list with a personalized mugshot. So how do these vaccines actually work? It's all about teaching your immune cells to recognize and attack specific proteins, or antigens, found on cancer cells. Researchers are constantly on the hunt for new and better antigens, like a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek. One of the most promising avenues of research is in mRNA vaccines. You might have heard about mRNA technology with the COVID-19 vaccines, but they're also making waves in the cancer world. These vaccines work by delivering genetic instructions to your cells, essentially giving them a blueprint to make the cancer-fighting antigens themselves. It's like turning your cells into their own little vaccine factories. But the real rock star of the cancer vaccine world might just be neoantigens. These are unique antigens that arise from mutations in cancer cells. They're like a cancer cell's fingerprint, specific to each patient's tumor. And because they're not found on normal cells, they make an ideal target for a vaccine. Of course, developing these vaccines is no walk in the park. Cancer cells are masters of disguise, constantly changing and adapting to evade the immune system. It's like trying to hit a moving target while blindfolded. But scientists are up for the challenge, and they're making incredible strides every day. Take the story of Mary, a breast cancer patient who participated in a neoantigen vaccine trial. After receiving the personalized vaccine, Mary's immune cells went into overdrive, seeking out and destroying cancer cells throughout her body. 2 years later, she remains cancer-free. Stories like Mary's give us a glimpse into the incredible potential of these vaccines. But it's not just about individual success stories. The impact of cancer vaccines could be felt on a global scale. Imagine a world where we can prevent certain cancers with a simple shot, where we can turn the tables on this devastating disease and give patients a fighting chance. Of course, there are still hurdles to overcome. Developing these vaccines is a costly and time-consuming process, and there are questions about access and affordability, especially in lower-income countries. But as research continues to advance at breakneck speed, the possibilities are endless. So, what can we expect in the future? Well, buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride. Researchers are already working on combining cancer vaccines with other immunotherapies, like checkpoint inhibitors, to give the immune system an even bigger boost. It's like giving your immune cells a supercharged power-up. And with the rise of personalized medicine, we may one day see a world where cancer vaccines are tailored to each individual patient, based on their unique genetic makeup and specific type of cancer. It's like having a custom-made suit of armor in the fight against cancer. But perhaps the most exciting prospect is the potential to prevent cancer altogether. Imagine a future where we can vaccinate against a whole range of cancers, just like we do with measles or polio. It's a future where cancer is no longer the boogeyman lurking in the shadows, but a preventable and treatable disease. Of course, this future won't happen overnight. It will take continued research, funding, and collaboration from scientists, governments, and healthcare systems around the world. But with each passing day, we're getting closer to making this dream a reality. So, what can you do to be a part of this exciting journey? Well, for starters, you can stay informed. Keep up with the latest research, follow reputable sources, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you're feeling particularly adventurous, consider participating in a clinical trial. These trials are the backbone of medical research, and they rely on brave volunteers to help push the boundaries of what's possible. But perhaps most importantly, don't lose hope. Cancer is a formidable foe, but we're fighting back with everything we've got. And with the incredible advances in cancer vaccine research, we're getting closer every day to a world where cancer is a thing of the past. So there you have it, folks. The exciting world of cancer vaccines. From personalized treatments to preventive shots, the future of cancer care is looking brighter than ever. And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back on cancer the same way we do smallpox or polio, as a disease that once ravaged humanity, but is now nothing more than a distant memory. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the frontiers of cancer research. Until next time, stay curious, stay hopeful, and keep fighting the good fight.